Why is DC even trying? Yesterday, Marvel had a little press conference in which they announced pretty much every single movie, even some casting and some subtitles, therefore revealing a little bit of plot lines that have to do with Phase 3, which will start after Avengers 2. And wow, this is going to be a very intense phase, I guess, because it's a lot longer. I think there's 8 or 9 movies in this phase, which is huge. But I'm just going to go movie by movie, give my reflections on exactly what I think each movie is going to end up being. And look out, it's going to be pretty much across the board great. So first up, we have Captain America Civil War. Yes, Civil War is my favorite comics event of all time. Not my favorite storyline, but as far as events go, Civil War is the best. It cannot be beaten. It is just amazing. And the fact that they're delving into it, I really want to see what they're going to be doing creatively, because obviously they're going to have to do a lot differently. There's no Spider-Man. There's no a lot of the heroes that are involved. So they got to really mix it up. But just the concept, I'm super into. And I'm really pumped to see more of kind of Captain America butting heads with Iron Man, because that was touched on in the Avengers. But now it's going to be full on and it's going to be awesome. Then we have Doctor Strange, who recently has been confirmed, not necessarily confirmed definitely, but is confirmed that he's in final negotiations to be played by Benedict Cumberbatch. I don't know a ton about Doctor Strange, but I know I do like him from what I've read a lot, and Benedict Cumberbatch is a really great choice. I'm hoping for kind of a Sherlock, but with magic. That would be fantastic. Not really too sure what they're going to be doing as far as story goes, but I can't wait to find out. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Need I say anything? It's another Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It's going to be awesome. Thor, Ragnarök. The subtitle leads me to believe this is going to be quite an interesting conclusion to the Thor, what I'm guessing is going to be a trilogy, because Ragnarök is kind of the destruction of Asgard. And so that's going to be really quite intense. I'm glad to see Loki come back, because he's one of the, pretty much the only memorable villain that Marvel's really had, even though Ultron is going to be memorable, I can tell you right now, just from the trailer. But I'm glad to see some Loki on Thor action. And yeah, it's going to be pretty intense. Black Panther. We knew this was coming, and yet I'm still so pumped to hear about it, because A, it's bringing some much needed diversity to the Marvel standpoint, and B, Black Panther is really cool. And I could see a lot of hints of him in kind of the Avengers 2 trailer, including shots of what looked like it might be a city in Wakanda, and Ulysses Claw and stuff like that. He's been confirmed that he's also going to play a big part in Captain America 3, and so I'm excited to see what he does in his own solo movie. Avengers Infinity War Part 1. It's going to be 2 parts. Oh my god. How intense is it going to be that they need to split it into 2? Just imagine a 5-hour Avengers movie. It's going to be so good, and it's going to be really, really intense. I mean, as far as scope goes, this might be the biggest movie in scale of all time, bringing together the Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, probably the upcoming Inhumans. Every single hero that they have are all going to come together, and it's going to be wow. Captain Marvel. I don't know a lot about Carol Danvers, to be honest. I mean, I really haven't read anything involving her. I've been reading the new Miss Marvel with Kamala Khan, but that's not really that close to it. But I'm glad to see it. First woman superhero that Marvel's doing. It could be good. Inhumans. I know nothing about the Inhumans aside from Black Bolt as the leader, so I'm going to have to do some reading up on the Inhumans, but from what I've heard from Buzz, they're apparently really cool, and so I'm going to go ahead and assume it's also going to be great. And then finally, Avengers Infinity War Part 2, which is probably going to see some death. It's going to see some destruction. It's going to see some great moments from everybody. This is going to be the movie of the decade. Like, ugh. So if you couldn't tell by that, I'm quite the Marvel fan. I'm excited. Although all the Marvel movies aren't great, they're all at least good. And so I can't wait to see all of these. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there are any other movies you would have liked to see instead. I honestly would have liked to see a Runaways movie, but that doesn't really need to happen. I can wait for that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.